My gosh. Just woke up from a nap. Oh man. Volume's loud. Whoa, 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 whoa. We taking his back today for more hockey. More hockey. Hockey. Please. Washington Capitals take more than 14 shots in this game. It's all I ask. All I ask. It's all I ask. Just do more than 14 shots. It's all I ask from you. It's all I ask from you. And now let's see how this game goes. Hurricanes and Capitals. Oh man, that first game was so boring. It was so hard to watch. It was so hard to watch. I really hope that there's a lot more excitement in this game. I hate to say it, but hope is the key word there. Dubois is trying to work through a bunch of Hurricanes to keep the puck in possession. Chatfield just clears it. How's everybody doing in the chat? Let me know in the chat how everyone's day is going. The announcer right now is going over all of the changes that they've made to the lineup to try to excite the enthusiasm. I don't know. It was the last game, it was like watching a wounded animal die. It would just like slowly attack every once in a while, but it would just retreat back into its own home before it eventually just got cornered and died. It was Stanky with the no Taylor Hall with a shot. Taylor Hall, a player I'm not sure how much I trust. Backyard Kid has returned. Bro, I am here. I'm ready for this boring game again. I had a pregame before the game. How'd you pregame? Talk to me about your pregame and what are you going to do during the game, your in-game gaming. Alexiev sends that puck in. And now the Hurricanes attack. They're working on getting shots. It's kind of a slower paced game right now. The Hurricanes, I can't tell if they're moving faster than the Capitals. Maybe they're just smaller. Here the Capitals start coming. They're boosting on the ice. And they're just going to dump it for an icing. How boring. 2 beers. What beers did you drink? 24 pack of Blue Moon. Ah, I can tell you're a Blue Moon type of person, backyard kid. There's something about you. Race off. Won by the Capitals. They're going to try and clear, but they give it right to Orlov. Orlov can't keep it in. But that doesn't mean that the Hurricanes don't lose possession. They send it right back in. And Sandin loses the puck, creating more of a board battle scrum. Who's getting the Hurricanes? Almost got a beautiful setup right in front of the net, too. Another jammer. Who's Jarvie? I almost called him Slavin. 24 is Jarvie, 7-4 is Slarvy. Jarvie and Slarvy. Slarvy, Jarvie. You like the Blue Moon? I've howled before. I've howled at the moon before. Once or twice in my day. Here they go. Here they go. Was that Marty? No. Is it? It's not naked. Who's this guy? It's not. It's Blake. That's who it is. That's who I thought. Blake, it is. All right, everybody. We're gonna have a major talk first. We're gonna take a break from casting instantly for a little wee cake and talk. I need everybody here to tell me why Anaheim Ducks went ahead and said, you know what, Joel Quenneville? That Kyle Beach case, we did extensive research and we detected that we really need a coach. It's just, it's really sad to see. It's really sad to see that this extensive research that was done to prove that he knew that he didn't know he had part of knowing, but still didn't say anything. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But Joel Quenneville, of course, the Stanley Cup, the coach of the Chicago Blackhawks during their dynasty of their 3 Stanley Cups in the early 20 teens. Then he was later the coach of the Florida Panthers, and during his coaching tenure at the Panthers, the whole Kyle Beach story came out as far as a player that was abused by a staff member of the time of the Blackhawks organization. And rather than report the abuse that many team members knew about, not just knew about, but wrote a letter of recommendation to this guy, Apparently he's back in. You know what? 2 years out, that's good enough. You're back in. I can't believe that's a thing. I mean, I if there's anything low that I've ever seen in my life is this. 2 years? It's been maybe 3 years. Oh my gosh, it's just actually I know I think it was 2019 maybe. It's been a long time. I think I remember watching the Florida Panthers back in my apartment. You know, I don't know, man. I gotta go back on X. I haven't been looking at it. I can't figure it out. Not a lot of people. I'm gonna see if there's. I'm gonna go to the search. Yep, trending Anaheim Ducks. I just. It's just so hard to imagine that this literally happened. Oh man. I mean, there are just certain things that you just don't can't come back from. There are just certain things that you just kind of gotta take your wins and go off into the distance. And yeah, you got to think about what happened the reason why you're away from the game right now, and that has to be at the forefront of your ideas, and unfortunately, it just doesn't feel like it is. Man, it's so annoying. Here we go, back in the hockey game. But and it's really interesting to see the people like there are some people that are trying to stand up for it and say they want to hear what the coach has to say. What's he gonna say that's gonna make this better? Capitals, are you hooking? Ooh, big old hit. Here we go. 12:49 on the clock. Hurricanes face off. Hurricanes power play. Capitals attempt to clear it. Didn't work. Blake still has it. Blake take to Jarvie to Blake. Capitals the clear. Quick and easy. But honestly, after the first game, it's almost like you root for the Hurricanes because you're like, I don't want to watch this. I don't want to watch this. And that was a really hard game to get through. Tom Wilson just tossed Svechnikov to the ice, put him in almost a headlock and threw him to the ice, but that's illegal because they're in the Capitals arena. Gostisbehere's got that puck. Sends it to Svechnikov, our recent MMA combatant, apparently. Aho just Gostisbehere. They're keeping at the top as they normally do. Wait, wait, wait. Back to the top. Gostisbehere goes for a long drive. And a whistle because the puck's on the netting. It's just so interesting. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. I don't know what anybody could possibly say to defend that. But that's probably the biggest thing of hockey news that was today, I would say. Capitals finally get it out. And that was a very slow power play too. The Hurricanes kind of just stay at the very top, pass and pass and pass, and they don't really go down into the corners that much. Four shots for the Hurricanes, 2 shots for the Capitals so far. The power play did not do them any good. The penalty kill worked out pretty well. Of course, still a 0-0 hockey game. Chatfield all alone takes the puck, takes a shot, and the puck just kind of bounced a little bit to the net and didn't really get there. Man, am I so excited to see that Utah Mammoth. The Nuke Force, don't you get me? We just finished that conversation. We're not starting again. Nuke Force, we just finished that conversation. Capitals, get it out of your zone already. Do something with it. So the Capitals dump the puck. Anderson's going to send it around, and the Hurricanes, within 4 seconds, convert the puck. It's out of their zone. Not only that, but it was almost a breakaway for the Hurricanes. So the Hurricanes will dump it in. The Capitals have it over the blue line for half a second before the Hurricanes are already attacking again. Aho tries to center. Why don't you just shoot Aho? I don't like the way the Hurricanes play. I think they're kind of boring. I feel like they pass a lot. I feel like they're too safe. They're kind of just boring. I don't understand the Caniacs. I'm glad that there's a loyal, dedicated fan base. A huge slap shot for the Hurricanes. Burns with another shot. It's gonna bounce wide. Hurricanes just taking shots. They don't care. Burns another shot. That shoots wide. Lavillier drove to the net, but he got knocked down. No shots for you. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Yo, what up, Daniel? What's popping? What's popping? How you doing tonight? So far, we're watching to see if the Washington Capitals can take more than 14 shots in a hockey game. So far, they're at 2 shots. They're on a worse pace right now, Daniel. They're on a worse pace. It's brutal and it sucks, but here we are. We'll see what they can do. Now we're gonna go on a commercial. Honestly, I don't even know if the Washington Capitals can do good with power plays. Right now, it's sad. They literally can't keep zone time. They get the puck in there and it's gone in like 4 seconds. Riverhounds? What the? Free Victor! Free Victor! Ay, 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 ay! Oh, poor Victor. He just needed some money, man. He just needed some money. Oh, dude, I'd love to watch Ovechkin just beat the crap out of Svechnikov. Just knock his lights out. There's no way. I gotta look up the MLS. There's no way that's a legitimate team. Major League Soccer. Clubs. Get the F out of my face. Atlanta, Chicago, Columbus, Houston, Los Angeles, Montreal, New York, Philadelphia, San Diego, St. Louis, Austin, Cincinnati, DC, Kansas City, Miami, Nashville, New York, Portland, San Jose, Toronto, Vancouver, Seattle, Salt Lake, Orlando, New England, Minnesota, LA, Dallas. All right, Charlotte. Okay, thank goodness. There's no way that Pittsburgh team is a MLS team. Okay, I feel better. I feel better. See, Victor. I can't believe this guy. I can't believe this guy tonight. 7 minutes left to go in the first period, and the Washington Capitals have a total of 2 shots. 2 shots. That's worse than last. They were averaging 3 shots per 10 minutes last game. Now they're at 2 shots per 10 minutes. It's it's not the Hurricanes are that much better. It's the fact that the Capitals just have no gas. They have no. There's just you look at the team and you're just like, who's there? You're like Ovechkin, and then just some other young guys and whatnot. But we're watching, and we'll see what's going on, everybody. Let me know how your bracket's doing. I gotta know how everyone's bracket's doing. And another icing, the Capitals have, dude, they're not even doing anything to advance their game state. They're just keeping the puck. They just fling the puck there. Like, what the what the what the Can't figure it out. Wow. Let's hype up, Jack. Hurricanes, get that puck in. And I don't get it. Like the Hurricanes, they can skate the puck in, but it doesn't seem like they do that. Sometimes they be dumping. Stanky, he's gonna get to the blue line. They're gonna send it back into Stanky. He's gonna turn around and flip it, but Taylor Hall picks it up. Ripper from the blue line. That bounces right off the blocker and goes right into the corner. A little board battle, a little flinger. And Ovi sends it back to behind the Capitals net. But Stanky gets beaten and the Capitals just flip it out. Ovi attacks. Ovi too slow. Well, I had the Devils winning and then they got knocked out the first. Backyard kids all about them Devils. He's like, right, all the Capitals. They get another shot, or did the puck just is the puck just in front of the net? I'd like to see the Leafs take it. Whoa. We have a believer here. Hey everybody. Hey everybody. Hey everybody. He's a believer. Hey everybody, we got a believer here. Did you know that Justin Bieber made that song for the Maple Leafs? If you need someone, heaven's on the pretty you could dream of. This is the way. This is the way. Yeah, that's my Justin Bieber voice. I want to hold on to you. I want to hold on to you. Backyard kid. It's nice to see a believer. Have you heard this new song on the radio? I'm not sure if you heard it. Like I just heard it like the other day, and it's so good. Fast trucks? No, I'm not. I think it was something that like a truck. Some wasn't a train, but it was something that was like I think it was like some sort of speed, right? It wasn't slow, but there was some sort of speed. I got a rusty bike. I got a rusty bike. Will you sit on my hand wheel? Something fat. I think it's rusty bicycle. It's gotta be, bro. It's gotta be. Capitals up to 3 shots, but there's 5 minutes left to go in the period, so they have to get at least 3 more shots, or we're worse. We're already in a boy band. Lady Ryricks call it a band called JT. Jay Leap, what's the name of the band? Right in front, the Capitals get a shot. Here you go, a little excitement there. Capitals ripping some shots. But of course, the puck comes out. They're up to 4 shots. All right, Capitals. But now the Hurricanes come in that zone, come in that zone, come in that zone. Caps just bounce it on in. Stuff as well. That's the name of our band. Or, I like how he's like, or. Come on, Chikrin, what you got? What you got? What you got? He sends it in. Oh, just goes right in front. Or free Victor. I can't. Why don't you say free Victor and Sons? Victor and family. Free Victor and family. And then we'll all pull up in like a Prius and just 8 of us will get out. Or like some like 95 Corolla or something. Oh man. Come on, Hurricanes. Take shots in front of the net. Actually, let them go in. Victor and Sons. Oh my gosh. The announcer is so right. He's saying that that's the best offensive zone presence the Capitals have had in the last 2 games. And Suns with a dollar sign. Do they wear ski masks when they perform? Or sombreros? Oh man, I can't. Welcome everybody to the stream. Welcome everybody to the stream. I hope you're having a great night. You're done with work, or you're done with your responsibilities. You got playoff hockey. Sit down, lock in. We got 2 minutes left of the first period before we're going to go into a brief intermission, of course. Then I'll be back to cast the second period. And if everybody's here, everybody's hyped, maybe I will open a pack of hockey cards. We got a lot of hockey cards in here. A couple of signed cards still left to get hit. Couple of beautiful hits. They wear crowns. Battle crowns. Oh man. Capitals have it over the blue line for what is it, the third time in the first period? And just so easily the Hurricanes dismantle that attack. Hurricane stalls, shoots, but Wilson just dives right in front of him. The Capitals read the play and block the shot. PK crowns. I assumed they were going to be PK crowns. I don't know. It felt like I had some wild contact that it was going to be Burger King crowns. Capitals are going on the power play, so they don't work at all. Dude, it feels like the Capitals just need players to dive in the playoffs. Okay, Crowns. All right. Let's get some of our Capitals players up, everybody. Playing some Sandstorm to hype up the crowd. Our mod's getting into the music over here.
Sad start. But yes, you're so right. They do
Not how shorthanded. He gets knocked down by Ovechkin and loses his stick. Ovechkin's not playing about his power play. He wants his goal. Chikrin just stood up by Burns at the line. His stick goes flying. Wilson skates in. His stick gets stopped from actually shooting the puck. And the Hurricanes just knock it right out of the zone. That's it. It's kind of sad. Like zero progress. That's it. Period one is over. Barely any shots. Let's take a look. Let's look at some of these stats we got going on right now. 9 to 8 hits in favor of the Hurricanes. 66 to 33 faceoff wins percentage in favor of the Capitals. 3 to 12 block shots in favor of the Capitals. Of course, the Capitals aren't doing anything. That's all they can do is just absorb shots. 2 to 0 takeaways in favor of the Hurricanes and 3 to 7 giveaways in favor of the Capitals. Capitals can't generate offense. They're not doing anything to generate offense. The Hurricanes have minimal mistakes and they're generating a lot of opportunities. They're just not winning faceoffs. They win those faceoffs, they're going to get closer to those goals. We're going to go to that period intermission and we'll be back if everyone's here. Maybe I'll open a hockey pack. See you soon. We hiking. Yeah. Yeah. Power play for the Capitals. If you are back, then I am back. Then we're all back. Watching hockey. Watching hockey. We're watching that hockey tonight. Well, watch that. Hockey. Hockey. Ha 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 hockey. Gee, dump that puck in. Wilson. Strom to Carlson. Ovechkin, backhander. Bernsey sends it right to Strom. Strom, hold it. Carlson rips it. That was a beautiful clapper. Ovechkin now, he's just going to send it around. Intercepted by Slave, and the Capitals just too slow to maintain their own puck. Kicker in, what you got, what you got, what you got. He's going to send that puck in. McMichael skates in, backhands it. And now Sandin has it. He's going to dump that puck in. Let's see if the Capitals can get some shots. How many shots will the Capitals have? Everybody in the chat, you know what? Can I do this? All right, everybody, we got a poll in the chat. We got a poll in the chat. I need to know. I need to know. I need to know. All right, turn around, Connor McMichael, score! We got our first goal of the hockey game. All right, Capitals. They don't need to score anymore. They're just gonna dump the puck. Some hyped Capitals fans. There you go. Capitals up 1-0. And the game rages on. You have to capitalize. String together. Oh, how to do it. Capitals boosting back on in. Protus tries to center it, but intercepted by Aho. Hurricanes not happy they got scored on first after they had controlled the first period. Their shot just bounces off a Capital in the middle. They're going for more though. Jammer Svechnikov, a huge wraparound basher right to the front of the goalie. Did not work. Did not work. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're just getting here, it's Week Aiken. Hope you're having a good night. We're watching some hockey tonight. Watching some hockey. Yeah. On the net, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? McMichael causing some problems. Capitals are starting to feel confident. Oh, the net! Anderson had to dive and it went right across the blue paint. Oh no, Wilson. No, the puck goes all the way back in the Hurricane zone. Is that Dubois? They're just going to wait. Roy with the shot. Where's the puck? Around the Hurricanes net. Big hit. Capitals delivering crushing blows right now, everybody. I gotta see though. I gotta check that poll. One yes, one no, I think so far. I'm excited for some more participation. How's everyone doing? Yeah, we're watching some hockey tonight. I'm having a real good time watching this hockey right now. We're talking about these stupid food trucks. All right, a slow start. And Sheffield has it in the back. A shot from Jarvie that bounces along the boardies. Chatfield will send it back in. Capitals move that puck out. Yeah, Dowd tries. Wow, what a weird play. A steal by Dowd. He centers it. Chatfield intercepts it, but he fell on the ice, lost control, and here we are. Well, we're 5 minutes in, and the Capitals have 6 shots, so they're halfway. They're halfway at their shot quota of the game, almost. 3 shots every 10 minutes. Another face off. What do we got? Aho, Dubois. Aho waved off. And it looks like he still has his mouth guard. Thank goodness. Tom Wilson took his mouth guard last game. He got it back. But of course, it's been in someone else's glove. Who wins tonight? Oilers or Kings? I think Oilers are in a I'm not. See, I think the Oilers will win like go up 2 games, lose one, go up another game, maybe lose 2, and then maybe win the series in 7. But then I'll think they'll be way, way, way too banged up in the conference final. I think they'll be gassed. Something tells me Dallas will be able to dismantle Winnipeg. That might be a 4-game series. They're that good. What's going on? The puck came to the neutral ice, and there was only one Capital back there. A shot for the Hurricanes. Hey, the Capitals are only 2 shots behind the Hurricanes. Hurricanes have nothing to be proud of, only 9 shots. Jeez, Roslovic just rips that puck. Got to spare. He skates in, slow shot, ripper, bounces off the back. Stanky's gonna cut, see if he can Dougie past Sandin. Gets the punt, get the puck to the front. Hall takes the shot, and that ricochets to the side. 12:19 to go in the second period. Still a very slow game in regards to offensive activity. It's just not generating at all. It's not. It's not. Capitals skated in, they get another shot, but it's gonna bounce into the netting. And we just gotta wait for the play to get the puck to get dropped again. What's the chat saying? Wilson will do a lot to get under people's skin. You're absolutely right there, Pops. I just I just can't believe how little offensive that's that's a fair thing to say there, Pops. A fair thing to say. Fair enough. Fair enough. The Capitals, they just I don't know. They have young guys on their team, and then they have older fellas on their team, but it's not working. I don't know. They're not getting like and then once they finally get in the zone, you just don't know what's gonna happen. You have to find that book. Ovechkin on all of these commercials. You're so cool. Super hype Capitals fans right now. Shot goes wide. Chikrin. Capitals get the puck deep. Nope, just kidding. Anderson came out, played the puck. And Capitals regained, but they'll have to figure out another way to attack. Leonard is out. No, I have no idea. Is there no idea why they choose to do that? No idea why they choose to do that. It feels like the Capitals need these young players, but it's almost like they're too young and they don't have the playoff experience. And icing? Gosh, so boring. We literally haven't done anything. That puck gets cleared by the Capitals. Hurricanes, how do they get the puck in? Nope. Blake couldn't skate it in, so they're going to dump it in. Let's pay attention to how the Hurricanes get the puck in. Dump in, they try to take a shot. It just goes all the way around the boards. Capitals do clear. But all they do is they flip the puck in. Oh, here they go. Beautiful! Villiers missed a wide open net. A wide open net. He had the tip. Anderson was looking to complete all their way. Villiers again has another redeeming opportunity and fails again. Where are your hands, Villiers? Where are your hands? Where did they go? Find them. Figure it out. You need to figure out what to do. That's insane. Wow, I can't believe that just happened. Bavilier had a wide open net, and he just redirected the puck right into the pole, right into the cage. Now the Hurricanes get another opportunity. The Capitals got a crazy conversion takeaway. The, those opportunities are not coming often from the Hurricanes, and the Capitals gave it away. 8 shots for the Capitals, so they're finally starting to turn it on a little bit, but they're going to have to do a lot better than this. Oh, Bavilier, that can't believe that happened. Wow, we're gonna go to a period intermission. That was a great. I can't believe that happened. I can't believe that happened. Let's look for more hockey news today. Let's talk about the hockey games from last night. Let's talk about the hockey games from last night. So last night, Panthers Maple Leafs. We casted that game, of course, and the Panthers. They It was crazy. I mean, it's like they can't stop from running into people. They start the scoring, and then Max Pacioretty takes a ripper, or a little tip in. Panthers get another one, but then the Maple Leafs take two. Third period, Lundell ties it, but then instantly after Lundell tied it, Marner scores 11, 15 seconds after to put the Maple Leafs up. And once that happened, when a team takes that's kind of been struggling, I don't want to say struggling, but it just felt like they weren't getting their breaks. When they finally started to get more breaks and get that goal to tie the series and tie the game, once the Maple Leafs scored with so much ease and so quickly after that, that's an easy way to just kind of jam it right back down their throats to say you're nowhere near where you want to be, so you're back down to where you think you are. Hurricane Slavin. Bounce off the boards. Doesn't find anybody on the team. So they have to send it from the point on in to see if they can try to regain possession. Capitals, though, they will clear, and they will clear with speed. Tom Wilson in the zone. Sets up Van Riemsdyk. He shoots it to the front of the net, but it does get cleared by Anderson. Capitals, Dubois, backhander. Can't get past Burns, though. Now he's Snow Angels on the ice. That was kind of silly. Hurricanes Carrier skates it up and dumps it. But with nobody else in the zone, the Capitals take it out. Ovechkin now skates that puck up. We got a penalty against the Capitals. Dubois now in Dubois. Dubois and Dubois. Rantanen with a hat trick just to win the game is just nuts. All right, Hurricanes, what you got? Gosper, shoot it on in. That puck goes right off the boards. Who's got it? Goes right in front of the Capitals net, but it will get cleared. Hurricanes gotta do a little bit better than that in the power play. Gotta do a little bit better than that in the power play. Goss to spare. Drops for Jarvie to Aho. He'll slow it down. Send to Svechnikov. He gets harassed by Carlson, but does get reinforcements from Jarvis. Jarvis gives it to Goss to spare. Ripper from Aho. Goss to spare. And Jarvis. Aho does eventually make it over the line and gives it back to Goss to spare. Blake pulls him to the right board. Ripper from Jarvie, left blocker save. That puck goes wide to the boards. But Jarvis and Aho try to just do a little too much. Behind the pass, no looker goes right to the Capitals defender. Quick clearing opportunity for the Capitals. Hurricanes embarrassing themselves. And it's like the same thing that happened in a camera. There we go. Thanks, Mod. Capitals taking shots. If you're the Hurricanes right now, you gotta be a little worried. There's 5 minutes left in the second period, and you're losing to a team that can barely get shots on net, but now they're starting to get more shots than you. So what's that say about your hockey club? Hurricanes lift and clear that puck. Talk to me about game 2. Lady Rydericks, I feel like the series won't really heat up until the next game or even game 4. Oh, there's no way Pickard isn't the starting goalie. There's no way. If you've won 5 straight, there's no way they're changing that. And that's how the NHL that's how the NHL does it. They do not switch you. Mod, can I get a glass of milk? There's no way they change from Pickard. But it will be interesting to see how the game goes because the Golden Knights, they're not a joke. Like they're a great team. I think the Golden Knights are extremely competitive. So to me right now, if you're the Oilers, you don't have how many more games can you come back from behind? How many games can you keep doing this for? Face off? I don't know what you do with Skinner. And Soupy, you're paying him $5 million a year to play in the AHL, so I don't know what you're doing with Soupy. But hey, if Skinner gets injured, you might have to call Soupy to be your backup, just like how the Maple Leafs had Matt Murray as Wolves' backup, because Solar's had that concussion. Oh, big hit! Is that going to be interference? We got some rough stuff. We had a huge hit. Huge hit. Radish just crushed Orlov. It was late, but crushed him. Oh, it was Mangiapane that hit him. Well, then that was fine. How did the Capitals get a power play? Just because he got mad? Capitals out of their power play. What can they do? What can they do? What can they do with this power play? We'll lock in the power play. Then we'll talk about the match coming up. Oilers and Golden Knights. Strom, Wilson, Carlson. Little triangle back to Strom in the right close circle. Gripper by Carlson from the point. That's going to bounce off right and get easily. Oh, no, just kidding. Carlson keeps it in. Ovechkin. He sends it to the center. Ovechkin takes a shot. Players are down. Anderson saves it. Ovechkin upset. Ovechkin with the big old F bomb. Chikrin get hit. Chikrin couldn't get the puck anywhere. Ovechkin taking his 2 huge shots. Right in front, Wilson had a shot. It went right off an Anderson. Capitals, I'm going to look at their shots now. They might actually have more shots than the Hurricanes. 13 shots for the Capitals now. Carlson toe picked and just fell on his keister. He's back up though and has the puck. Drop it for Strong. Card since being drafted by the Golden Knights, trade to the Maple Leafs, waiver claim by Flyers, waiver claim by the Arizona, free agent signed by the Red Wings, free agent signing by the Oilers, 17th since 2017. That's crazy. What's the name of that one Calvin player that was on the Kings? Is this the same guy? Didn't they have a Calvin or something on their team? Or somebody with a last name that started with a P? Seventh team Avalanche. 13 seconds left in the Washington Capitals power play. Capitals win it. Fake shot by Sandin. And Roy slows that puck down. Dubois has no way to go, so he's going to try and dump it. And Burns gets it over the blue line just enough to kill the power play. Went to the Flyers? Okay. I liked that goalie that the Kings had. I forgot his name. I don't think it was Peterson. We'll see how Pickard does. Taylor Hall takes that puck. Drops it for Goss to spare it back to Taylor Hall. He's behind the net. 2 minutes left to go. Capitals leading 1-0 and 13 shots. That's 2 shots away from how the total number of shots they had last game, 15, and the game went to overtime. Stretch pass. Protas has the puck in the deep zone, but he's double teamed. Foley and Phoenix. I don't think it was either. Ovechkin got a shot, but his shot almost looked like Ovechkin got a tip in for a second. Vance Riemsdyk gets it to Chikrin. No luck. Close to a minute left in the period. Capitals getting excited, remembering that they're in the second round too, remembering that they're still in this game. They're whacking in front of the net. Anderson's holding on. Whistle's blown. Whistle's blown. Have a good night, Pops. What are you doing? My camera is like some like AI powers or whatnot, but I don't know if it's AI makes it just go and spin around for no reason. Come on, Wilson, what you got? Oh, bouncing puck to the front of the net. Hurricanes, they're just trying to survive this period. They're going to try to take another attack. It's crazy how the Hurricanes, they're not getting shots. They're in the zone, but they just don't shoot it. They seem scared. Right in front, Orlov. Tom Wilson disrupting the release. Thompson without his goal stick. The paddle is gone. Orlov shot. Capitals are just going to shoot the puck in the air so that the period ends. And that's going to do it for our second period, everybody. We'll be back for the third period, and hopefully we can conclude this game in regulation. not what I asked you to do.
I'm doing what you're asking.
I need a priority. I already left my phone.
Well, you're not gonna play that?
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Lanes of Call of Duty between the rounds.
1 minute left in the period. Finish.
Come on. I jumped and I put my gun right in your face. Okay. Taking my position back. Man, I got absolutely last match. Like it was super bad. I went 16 and 65 because I was getting spawn killed in hardcore. Sucked. My team just kept quitting, so I just stayed, of course. I was getting beat up. I stayed. I played like a man. But now our spawn flipped and we're at the worst spawn. They got a helicopter. I think we got rid of their helicopter. Thank goodness. Get out of there. So this is going to be really interesting for a period 3 because the Capitals seem like they're having way more offense than what they were doing. So it's been very unique to watch the way that this game is working because the Hurricanes were a little bit more offensive. They were a little bit more, I don't know, they believed in their game too, it felt like a lot more. But now it feels like it's almost the tides are turning. It feels like the Capitals are remembering how they got there. And then it feels like they're, yeah, we deserve to be here. We deserve to be here. I got killed by a grenade from that distance. Capitals playing with a lot more emotion, like they actually want to be there because 16 shots does not show that you want to be there. Cool, I like getting shot in the back. Gotta finish my game quarter to 8, and then I'll come back doing a little bit more casting. Oh, okay, he was just sitting there. I got blasted. We're losing, but we're trying to come back. Do a little camping. And it's scary. It's because we don't know how the Capitals are going to choose to play this third period. We don't know if the Capitals are going to choose to be more offensive. We don't know if the Capitals are going to choose to slow the puck down. And that's the thing that I'm not looking forward to because if the Capitals if they play too slow, it's going to be not only is it going to be boring, but I don't see it going their way. Penalty against Bernsey? Yup. Big ol' hook on Duhaime from Burns. Huge hook. We pray to God the Capitals don't just try to hold on to a 1-goal lead. It was so boring. It was so boring. Capitals on the power play. Carlson over to Ovechkin. Ovechkin to Strome. To the front, Carlson shot, score! Score! Capitals up 2-0 in the hockey group. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess if you're a Capitals fan. So they get it. Wilson wins it. They get it over to Ovechkin, but Ovechkin doesn't shoot it. He sends it right back over. And it's when they send it back over that's when they end up taking control of it and scoring. Pretty cool. Can't believe they're in the lead. Power play goal for the Capitals. It wasn't Ovechkin. That's got to feel really good for them, too. It's got to be a huge confidence booster because that first game, it was, dude, I even pumped myself. That L streamer. Hey, I got 5 viewers, and none of you told me I forgot to hit the go live button because I was too busy playing Call of Duty because I've been getting my butt kicked and I got to have a better ego as a man. Aw, lame. Super lame. Hurricanes, what's going on? You're just gonna let him ice the puck? How boring. Aw, suck it. We won. We came back. 200 to 198, 31 and 31. I'll take it. I will take it. It's Call of Duty. It's only fun when you're spawn killing them. When you're getting spawn killed, sucks. Capitals clear it. They're up 2-0. 16 shots. They've made their shot quote. Looks like the Hurricanes win that faceoff. They dump it back. They got to figure out how to get some actual offensive attacks and opportunities because what they're doing right now isn't working. And it's sad. It's really sad. The Hurricanes, it's like they can't figure it out. They don't know how to score. Beautiful redirect by the Hurricanes, but that's a save by Thompson. Strome dumps it once he gets to the red line. And we're going to see a lot now that they're up 2-0. They're like, well, last game we thought we did it with 1-0 and it didn't work. This time, what if we did it with 2-0? Marnook wraparound backhander, but that, of course, he's not looking at it, and that puck goes super duper wide. Hurricanes passing it around, they get a shot. Beautiful shot for the Hurricanes. It goes right off of the goalie. Ooh, a shot, but it didn't go anywhere. Hurricanes all with the shot. Point blank range. And it bounces off the boards. Blake takes a shot, and that goes wide. Hurricanes, they're really trying to turn up the heat. I mean, they have to. You don't have much opportunity. You've been screwing everything else up. You got to figure it out. You're getting further and further behind. Aho tries to set up his team by circling around, set in the middle. Is that Walker? Hurricanes almost have 2 minutes of zone time right now. Complete offensive change, complete change in the flow. Unlucky bounce for the Hurricanes. That puck comes out. They're just gonna, they skated in. They haven't been doing that as much, and that's really been the change of the game. Skating in. Pavillier beats one, wraps around. Weak shot, but they keep it in. Zach Carlson, he took an offensive opportunity, but just did not. Just did not work. Beautiful wraparound. But now Aho dives in front, keeping this game a 2-0 hockey game. If Aho went to Dove, it would have been 3-0. Beautiful save by Aho. And Capital's going to get a delay of game because he gloved it out of play. It looked like Mike Michael just like flung the puck out of the zone. A 50-50 pull. Well, I think it's good to say the Capitals are about to eclipse that. Then we got another boring commercial. So we have the Golden Knights game against the Oilers tonight. Oilers have like rallied for 5 straight games. I don't know how long they can keep this pace up. I think they win tonight, but then they lose game 3, win game 4, lose the next 2, but then ultimately win in game 7. Then I think they're gonna lose in 6 or so to the Colorado, sorry, to the Dallas Stars. The Dallas Stars will crush them. The Stars are so loaded this season. I don't know if anybody can compete against the Stars right now. That team is insane. The talent on that team is insane. And this is the beautiful thing about hockey, is that we're gonna get so many new names on the cup. So many new names on the cup. Hurricanes power play. Here you go. Did Aho get waved out again? Aho literally gets waved out every other face-off. I swear to God. I swear. Every other face-off, he gets waved out. Here they go. Power plays begun. Hurricanes have the puck. It's Aho. Slow drop to Jarvie. And they just take it so slow. They don't do anything. They just kind of skate around and pass it around to each other at the top. It's just all at the top. Aho. Shot from Jarvis. It's bouncing off Thompson. It goes to the back. Blake still has it along the right boards. Jarvis blue line. Got to spare right point. Takes the shot. Bounces right off the goalie. Jarvis with the shot. Got to spare shot. Rebound. Score. 2-1 hockey game. Hurricanes catching up. Got to spare. Slapper. Bar down. Blah, 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 beauty. Wow, what a punishing slapper by Gostisbehere. Right through the armpits of Thompson, too. Right through the pits, right in there. Here we go. Play continues. And they're attacking again already. Hurricanes not only quieting the Capitals crowd, but attacking relentlessly. Bouncing puck. Caught by Anderson. It's smothered up. He's going to hold on to it. We're going to have a face-off in the Hurricane zone. Just waiting for it to come back. Right now, we're just waiting. We're just waiting. We sit here and wait for this game to come back. I honestly think the Hurricanes are coming back. I think they're gonna come back. The Capitals are one of those teams that once they take the lead, they hold it, and then they don't do, and then that's it. They don't try to like attack. They just like dump the puck, and it's really effing annoying. Because all you do is you watch this team over and over and over and over again, just dump this puck. And my gosh, do something with it, and they don't. Back, everybody. Hockey's still going. I don't think we have any other news. No, I'm pretty upset at the Anaheim Ducks right now. That's such a stupid move. I I'll be surprised to see how long it lasts. It's going to be definitely something that they get a lot of shade for, and they deserve it. You definitely deserve it. They definitely deserve it. I hate this right now. It's so stupid. Golden Knights Oilers. Yeah, I think the Golden Knights. I feel that they're just not. I don't feel like they've gotten new synergy. I don't feel like the new additions into their team have gained synergy with their team. Elaborate, backyard kid. Elaborate. Hurricanes have it in their own zone. We got to talk a lot more hockey right now. We got to talk a lot more hockey. I mean, it's kind of weird about, so you think about last night, right? So they talk a lot about Mikko Rantanen with the Dallas Stars right now having two back-to-back hat tricks in playoffs, and that really just like doesn't ever happen. I mean, no, of course it doesn't ever happen. And think about how like insane that is. Two back-to-back hat tricks. Those are fantastic, fantastic statistics, and unbelievable if not that, right? Unbelievable. And apparently, and I've been seeing a few things stating that Rantanen also is trying, like saying that he wanted to beat the Avalanche just to shove it down their throat, just to shove it down the throat of the Avalanche. Backyard kid. I was agreeing with the Anaheim Duck coach you were talking about first. That just happened a few years ago. Yeah, it's just insane, backyard kid. It's just insane. Walker skates it in, and Hall takes a stop, skates it back, and let's see. 21 and 20 shots of both teams getting some fair amount of opportunities. Another ripper goes right off of Thompson's gloves as Stankoven takes a huge ripper from the blue line. No, I like the Utah Mammoth logo. I think the Mammoth is a fantastic addition to the NHL. We're gonna do some tier lists. That's honestly something that I was thinking about at work today, is about doing tier lists, and I need to do a lot more tier lists. And what I would say about doing the tier list with the NHL logos now that we have the Mammoths, I think I got to do a lot more content, and I think I can do a lot more like one-shot contents where I don't have to do a whole lot of editing with tier lists. I think that'd be a lot of fun where I can kind of give a lot more raw opinions about my opinions on these logos. So I think a lot of people are saying that it's lame, but I think it's pretty cool. Honestly, what I'd like to do is just kind of do like I think I could do a lot with like NHL logos and kind of maybe instead of the tier list, like we can use the tier list UI, but we can do things like making different rosters and different divisions for different like ideas of leagues and whatnot. Because essentially the league keeps talking about expansion. They're gonna go if they have 32, they'll at least go to 36. And if they're at 36, they're gonna go to 40. And at 40, you gotta stop. At 40, the maximum I could see would be 44, but it'd be insane. Because here's the thing. I think the Stanley Cup is a great trophy, and I think it's cool to have a trophy that the teams all fight for at the end of the season. And I think that should remain the same. I think there should be a championship trophy at the end of every year. However, I like the idea of having a lot of other side tournaments throughout the season that can be worth a lot of points. Special invitationals that you can possibly get invited to, or maybe just opens to all of the teams in the league where, hey, this depending upon your placement, you go to this you compete in this tournament, and essentially you can you'll start with this seed or whatnot, and you'll either be single or double elimination. I think that'd be really cool if they had weekend tournaments like that, just like they used to have when they were growing up as kids, where they might have 2 games in a day or a game every day. I think that would be really neat if they had like week tournaments or something where, hey, at this venue, let's say in Minnesota, or this venue, let's say in California or Arizona or whatnot, or maybe places that don't even have NHL teams, or maybe they do this overseas or whatnot. They say, hey, we're going to do this tournament right now. It's going to be at this arena. These teams are going to be competing. And maybe it might not be all the teams, and maybe there'll be different tournaments or different cups. And these different cups or different whatnot have different points. And that way there can be different checkpoints maybe throughout the season for different teams and different players to earn different accolades and whatnot. I think that would be a lot more unique and a lot cooler to say, and hey, I mean, think about it. Like, what if there were like 4 or 5 different trophies or like different events that you could compete in during the year that you could say, hey, guess what? Our team, maybe we didn't win the Stanley Cup, but we won the, let's just say, the March Open or whatnot. Or hey, we won the Autumn Cup. Our team won the Autumn Cup, so we felt like we were really strong, so we felt like we didn't have to make some adjustments. Well, let's say come the Winter Cup, we play in the Winter Cup and we kind of got our butts kicked. Come Spring Cup, we felt like we were a lot more competitive, but come Summer Cup, we really felt like we hit our stride. And come Grand Finals, we just fell short. So I think that'd be a really unique thing that they could do, because that way I feel like teams would have a lot better checkpoints and there's a lot more accolades for teams to have. Don't get me wrong. The trophy at the end is the ultimate goal. I get that. However, I feel like having other trophies that you can win that can qualify you for competing for the Stanley Cup, I think that'd be a lot more interesting and giving other teams the opportunity to have more unique runs. And the other thing is, I think getting more people involved in the game as far as like having super centers and having these like unique cups and unique bowls and unique just like sprints where like, hey, guess what? If you're a hockey fanatic, you're gonna go here for this week and you're gonna enjoy all these hockey games. You can get like a week pass or something where you can go to all these different hockey games or whatnot, see all these events and whatnot, get merchandise, see like do trading cards, participate in floor hockey events, like do all these other things for fans. I think it like a little hockey convention or whatnot. I think that there'd be so much opportunity to like actually launch huge events like that to legitimately grow the brand of the game and grow the league. I think it'd be cool have alumni there and whatnot. I think there's be so many different things that you could do for for hockey to grow the game, and it'd be a lot of fun for the league to do something like that. Because I mean, you look at teams that everybody would like to see back would be the Whalers, the Nordiques. Those are two huge teams everybody would like to see back. Personally, the North Stars for me. I'd like to see the North Stars come back. And then we already have a team that's coming back in Atlanta. So that's like another huge thing you got to take into consideration is what do you do with all of these teams, right? What do you do with all of these what do you do with all these players? What do you do with all of these teams? Because there's so much talent in this league, and there's so much talent that can be developed. There's so much talent that's unseen, and that's another thing too, right? So, for example, I've been talking about the NHL teams being able to give out more scholarships to players that are across the seas or something. Say, hey, we want you to be a part of our minor league team, or we want you to be a part of our network. Let us give you a scholarship. Oh, ouch! That was so funny. Stuck his own teammate for the double kill. Ouch. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. But no, think about it though. Let's just say the NHL really wants to get a lot more Asian influence and they start giving a lot more Korean, Chinese, Japanese, excuse me, Korean, any other, I don't know, Russian. I mean, so, like getting a lot more players, like getting all, and maybe some of like Pakistan, maybe India, get some of these other players, somehow get some of these other continents involved in this game and the sport, somehow get their love for the sport in their veins, let them like expose people to the sport. Like floor hockey is such a big thing that you can spread, I feel. There's such an easy way I feel like you can spread hockey. There's so much potential for the league to spread hockey. Capitals, they re-enter the zone with 3 minutes left to go. They blow a tire though. Could this be a 2-on-1 that the Hurricanes want? A 3-on-1 that the Hurricanes want? The pass negated. Sheffield can't get it to go any further. Beautiful intercept by the Capitals. Time ticks down. The Hurricanes, they're going to start to sweat pretty soon. Walker, send that puck in. Nope, it's kicked out again. 25 shots so far for the Hurricanes, 20 shots for the Capitals. But just imagine having like all these guys with scholarships invited to come watch this event too. I think the other thing that sports should really consider doing is having dedicated you're going to lose profits, but having a dedicated section to prospects and whatnot, that would change the game. That would literally change the game. Have one section for like high level prospects, and one section for like maybe your farm prospects or maybe your youth or whatnot. Because I think making sure that you have a youth section is really important. I think that would be really important. And then having another section for everybody else, for the prospects. Empty net right now for the Hurricanes. There's a bunch of wax at the blue line, but they can't. The Hurricanes and the Capitals, no one can control it. It looks like it's pinned up against the boards close side. Dubois and Wilson on their backs as a turtle. Wilson puts Aho in a headlock. But I don't know if there's. I mean, Burns could probably fight Wilson, but Burns is old too. He probably wouldn't want to fight either. Wilson hates Aho. Oh, Aho cross-checked Wilson a few times, maybe even stepped on him. Wave your hankies, Capitals fans. Rod Brindamore does not want the series tied. Does not want the series tied, but that's definitely the look of the way it's going. But yeah, definitely like having sections. Like you'd lose money from that in regards to not being able to fill the stands with fans. But having that rotating prospect pool, I think, would just be so much more important. So much more important to keep people engaged. So much more important to keep people engaged. And I feel like you'd have a lot more people competing for season tickets. And the other thing about that too is you can host more watch parties, get more people engaged. I mean, yeah, you can have the main people at the event, but maybe if like during the playoffs and whatnot, there's outside watch parties right outside the stadiums and things like that too. Hey, you couldn't get in? Well, hey, we'll have it on a projector outside or whatnot too. Stuff like that. Face off. You gonna wave Aho out of the circle again? Aho's been waved 50 times. Bucks in front. Capitals clear it. Empty net score! Tommy Wilson scores. Tommy Wilson puts the puck in the back of the net. That's going to do it. And Tom Wilson barks at the bench too. Wilson takes the ripper, a little tosser into the net, sauces into the net. It's over. But the Hurricanes aren't going to give up. They're going to try again. It's only 2 goals. They're a talented team. They're going to try. Wow, what a way to end the hockey game. Tommy Wilson. Hurricanes taking rippers, but there's only 20 seconds left. Their net is empty. It's just not happening, Hurricanes. Let's get to these stats, everybody, to conclude tonight's stream. That's it. Capitals even up the series. Martinook and Wilson are hugging. Both teams are not getting along. Both teams are not getting along. What's going on? Stankoven's chirping. Kotniemi, aho. What's going on? Mod. I didn't see again what got Stankoven so upset. But nonetheless, let's look at them stats, everybody. Let's conclude another amazing week Haken stream. Shots 27-21 in favor of the Hurricanes. So the Hurricanes ended up getting more shots. They ended up having more gas still. I mean, they were peppering the team towards the end, but from the way that game was going, I didn't think that they were going to come away with the puck at the end. I honestly thought it was going to go the other way around. Now hits 17-16. The physicality in this game drastically fell as the Capitals' offensive opportunities grew. You definitely could tell that was a huge change. Capitals with 6 more shots, but 2 more goals. Block shots 10-32. 32 shot blocks by the Capitals. They weren't letting anything go by. So if there's anything that the Capitals can do well, it's defense. They'll get a goal and then they'll just kind of hunker down like a turtle. 6-7 takeaways in favor of the Capitals and 11-21 giveaways in favor of the Capitals. Capitals a little bit more offensive capabilities, but way more mistakes. When we go to Carolina, I think the Carolina Hurricanes are going to go up 2-0. And then the Capitals might gimp by in the next game at home, but I think the Hurricanes are going to close it out now. It's over. I think the series is over. I think the Capitals are going to get a little confident, but the Hurricanes they got to figure out how to gain their offense. The exact same problem happened for the Capitals, got flip flopped in the Hurricanes this game. Just a complete lack of offense, a complete lack of capabilities to maintain puck possession. Of course, both teams had their flows, but this team ultimately the Hurricanes just couldn't maintain it. I will see everybody tomorrow for hockey. Have a great night, everybody. And I will see you later for another week cake and stream. Have a great night, everybody. See you later. Yeah, see you later, later. We cake, me, cake, me, cake, me, cake, and I'll see you later. You have a good night. You have a good night. Yeah, 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 yeah.